Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I was looking through some of my prepping supplies and I was thinking to myself, what are some cheap items that would be priceless? We keep hearing about there could be problems with supply chains coming out of China, and whether you like it or not, things come from China. It's just a reality. Even if you think you're buying things from the United States, for example, medicines or some foods, you need to look because even if it's made in the United States, it may be from products that are manufactured overseas. So there could be a complete grinding halt to the cheap items that we like to have on hand. These are some items that I thought I would like to get a few extra just to make sure that I can have those things. You never know, maybe you'll want a few of those items that you can share with your family and friends, or even barter if you need to. So let me just go through some items that I had on my mind that I thought might be great, cheap items to stockpile so that you'll have them going forward. Think about some work gloves and get all ages. Think about the little ones in your family as well. Sometimes we're okay if we don't have gloves, but we need to make sure that we take care of the littles and we keep their hands warm and clean. So get some extra work gloves. You can pick them up inexpensively, and they can really be handy if suddenly you need to do more outdoor chores or just dirty things that you don't want to do. You're going to be glad you have some gloves to help you. You can still pick up cheap socks even at Dollar Tree. Make sure that you have extra socks for everyone in your family. Socks are inexpensive, they can be long lasting, and if you've ever been out, say, camping and suddenly you ran out of clean socks, you'll know how priceless it can be to have a pair of clean, dry socks. Check out over-the-counter remedies and medications. Maybe you want some oral analgesic gel or anti-itch cream, which could be even, say, like a Benadryl or an antihistamine. Look for diaper rash creams, athlete's foot, and even first aid creams. It's easy to pick up some small tubes and have them on hand. Then if you need a remedy of some kind, it's in your supply, and having a backup can be comforting. Big bottles or small, have some over-the-counter fever reducers, pain relievers, aspirins, allergy pills. Find the medications that you use on a regular basis and have them in your supply. You don't want to get sick, have a headache, or hurt yourself, and you wish you had some simple medication to take to relieve your symptoms and your pain. These are especially important because medications are just made overseas. The ingredients come from overseas, no matter where it says on the manufacturing label. If it's sourced even from, say, Canada, the ingredients and medications come from China. As preppers, we have a lot of canned food on hand. Get some quality can openers as backups and reserves. It's nice to have some of the cheap ones on hand, but they're just not going to last. So make sure you have some backups of some handy, useful, and sturdy can openers. One of my favorite can openers that I've been using lately is one that's designed for the ring pull pop top cans. These are really handy. It's easy to get the cans open, and it doesn't hurt your hand when you're trying to do it. So if you don't have strong hands, or you just want to make sure you're able to open your cans, check out some can openers. What kind of soaps do you use? Do you have enough dish soap? Do you have some extra hand soap? You can even look for bleach and bleach tablets. Liquid bleach loses its potency within a matter of months. You can get bleach tablets, and you can keep those in your prepper pantry. You can also look for pool shock, which is a type of bleach that then you can use that to purify water. But know that the pool shock, you need to store it in an airtight container and not in the house. Here's a clip from a video I made about pool shock that can help you understand why it's important to store it safely. The problem with pool shock, though, is it is a dangerous chemical, and you need to store it away from your food supplies. Don't store it in your home. It gives off gases, and that's why you need to store it somewhere in a sealed container in your garage or your shed or somewhere. It's not inside your home. Pool shock doesn't last forever. I've been going through some of my prepping supplies, and I discovered that the pool shock container, the actual package that the pool shock was in, has exploded, and so that's why you always want to keep it in an airtight container. This would have been a huge mess if it had just been left on the shelf around other items. That's why bleach works. It has some very strong chemicals in it. What are some toiletries that you like to have on hand? Do you have an extra tube of toothpaste? How about some body lotion or even eye drops? These are items that I have in my stockpile because they're items that I use. Figure out all the different hygiene items that you use on a regular basis and make sure that you have a few of those extra on hand. This is just a little bottle, but you get the idea. Alcohol is something that a lot of people enjoy. A lot of people are addicted to it, and it could be something that could actually save the day in a lot of situations. Alcohol does not spoil. It doesn't go out of date. So even have a few extras on hand. Even if you don't drink alcohol, maybe you'll encounter someone who is addicted to it, and you might want to calm the situation by giving them something so that they'll calm down and you can handle whatever danger you might be in. It doesn't have to be SHTF to have, say, the water stop running and you need to serve meals and you can't wash your dishes. Make sure you have a nice supply of paper plates. Paper plates are getting harder to find. Sometimes you go, they only have styrofoam, and that's not something I want, so I have been on the lookout for paper plates. I also have paper bowls. If you have lots of soups and stews, things like that, you need a bowl to put it in more than just a paper plate, so look for some paper bowls. Make sure you have a supply of cups and some cutlery, forks, knives, and spoons. Things that are disposable that if you can't wash dishes, you're able to still serve meals and provide for your family. One of the strategies that I've been doing, I have a supply of larger cups. I also got small ones because of the little grandkids. They don't need a big old cup. They need a small amount so that they can drink a little bit. And then you're not pouring a whole cup and they're spilling it or wasting it because you gave them too much. So think about the sizes of cups and the purposes. Sometimes you might want some that are, say, styrofoam that can hold hot liquids, and just plastic ones that can hold water and cold liquids. There are a lot of cheap items that are very handy, and they might be items that you want to stockpile so that you have them in the future. If you couldn't get these things, it wouldn't be the end of the world, or would it be? It's up to you to decide. What are the items that you use on a regular basis? Add them to your list, put it in your budget, and stock up a little at a time. Even if you only have $1 extra, put it aside until you get a few dollars, and then add these items as you have the money, the time, and the ability to find them. Because the better prepared we are for an uncertain future, the smoother it's going to be for us as we face the challenges ahead. Leave us a comment. What are some items that you think would be good cheap items to have on hand in case they're gone in the future? If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. I hope you'll like my video, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.